Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my winter favorites and all the things I've been loving over the last few months, so let's get into them. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. I just had a quick message for you. I have been listening for all of you who have told me I needed to get a microphone. I bought not one, but two to try out. So the first one I'm trying out is the DJI. It's just this little mid-range one, so you will see it on me here. And let me know in the comments below if this is definitely helping or not helping with the sound quality. So that would greatly help me up. The first thing I have to mention is this Fresh Kiss lip balm. This is by Colourpop. They came out and you could only purchase them on colourpop.com, but then like almost immediately they started putting them in store, not just online, at Ulta. So you can definitely smell them. You can see what colors they are and kind of get a feel for the what their makeup is. Okay, I love this one. This is the vanilla cake and it is clear. Some of the other ones are not, but this is the one that I just cannot put down. I love, look at the shape of that. I love that. It fits and hugs the curve of your lips perfectly. The vanilla scent on this is just awesome. And I do have to say it is what's the word? Rivaling? It's rivaling my Laneige lip sleeping mask. I can't believe that I'm even saying that because I am really serious about my lip masks. I have the watermelon one for summer. I have the eggnog one I've been using this winter. And then I've got a berry one on backup. That's how much I love Laneige. And I'm noticing that I'm reaching for this even more. And I think it's primarily because it's comparable in the texture, but also because it's so convenient. And this travels really easily. The next item I wanted to share with you, it was kind of a surprise to me, and I want to make sure I open the open one. It's this Loreal Midnight cream. Now, I had seen the crazy ads for it, and what is it, Bethany Frankel, she's crazy. But when I was at Costco, they actually had a double pack this last month for $39.99. Now, I looked at Ulta.com and one of these is $37. So would I spend $37? Absolutely not. Not for a L'Oreal skin cream. But for $40 for two, I thought that was really decently priced. And I really took a big chance because I had never even smelled it before. So I do want to start with that. This isn't a favorites for a reason. However, there's a couple of caveats. It is a jar. So you are definitely going to be digging into it to get it on your face, unless you have like a little spatula or whatnot, which there are spatulas out there that are great, but I just dig in with my fingers. And look how much I've used. And I have had this for not quite a month. So I am going for it with this stuff. And that's one thing that's a little bit concerning to me is that like how much I'm going through this. So I think it's 1.7 ounces, which is a great price for $20. It's in a beautiful glass jar. And I'm not sure if I'm just putting too much on right now or not, but I love how it feels. It is pretty heavily scented though. And I think they did that on purpose because when you go into a lot of more like high-end department stores and you're buying things like Lancome and Estee Lauder, Chanel, they are all heavily scented. I'm not sure why, but they are. And I think it's part of that luxury experience they're trying to give you. So this definitely does have a very interesting scent. It's not quite floral. It's not quite fruity or even powdery. It's like this interesting just mix. And it does just remind me of when I was a child going through the department store smelling all of the lovely beauty products. So know that going in. If you don't like scents, you may not like this. And this scent does definitely linger a little bit. I'll put it on, brush my teeth, whatever, and then I go to bed and I can still smell it definitely. However, it does not bother my eyes at all. And I'm just using this I'm slathering it on. I'm covering my neck with it. I'll even put what's left over on my hands. I'm really enjoying it. I really am. That's all I can say. If you haven't tried it and you don't mind scent, it might be worth a shot, especially if you like really emollient creams. All right, enough about that. Let's get into my nail polish. So I wanted to keep this on purpose for you. I did my nails on Friday about noon, and it is now Tuesday about like 1 p.m. So I'm looking at like a straight 4 days with this manicure. The color is Rock the Runway 270, and this is 00. This is just the shiny top coat. You know I've talked about this at length, but I'm just loving it, and I'm loving how I got a fresh bottle, and somehow I feel like it's lasting even longer. So I'm getting a like 5 to 6 day manicure out of these, and I don't baby my nails very much. I do put gloves on if I'm gonna be like seriously washing like a lot of dishes for a long time. I'll put a pair of gloves on, but that's just good habit for my hands. So that's, you know, not bad at all to do. But I mean, I'm telling you, this stuff is so good, and they run about $13 a bottle. But when you compare that to manicures and, you know, dip nails and things that are anywhere from like $50 to $80 a pop, I think I can spend 13 and I'll get lots of manicures out of those. Next thing I want to talk about in the beauty department is this CeraVe Beauty Clear Brow Gel. Sorry, I put my dates on things so that I know when they're supposed to get thrown away. This is phenomenal. And what I had done is I used my last one so much, but I was doing my brows and then putting the gel on after the fact so much that the gel was no longer clear and I just couldn't stand to look at it anymore. So I had to get a fresh one. But I love this stuff. It averages about, I think, $22. You can get it on her website, but you can also get it on Amazon. And she does have other brow products available, including like a nano pencil that's really good. She just came out with a dip powder, or not dip, it's a powder, like if you like powder on your eyebrows. And I believe she has a few other products as well, but this is just hands down my favorite, and I'm just like always have one of these on hand. Next in beauty is MAC Fix Plus. Again, this is an ancient product. There's nothing new about MAC Fix Plus. What is new-ish is the delivery method. If you remember the old ones that you had to like twist, and then the little nozzle kind of was tiny and it spit out at you a lot. So they finally must have listened to everybody and they put a really, to me, high quality pump on there. So it just like, look at this. Ah, it's beautiful, beautiful. And they did this with their Stay Over spray as well. So it's just phenomenal. It was just one of those really necessary upgrades that they did, and I'm super happy they did it. Next up in fashion, I'm going to start with this top, and these are not stains, so they're just lighting coming in that's off. We have a storm coming through, so things are a little bit wonky. So what this is a hold tight Lululemon top, and these are incredible. They run $78 full price. I would pay $100 for this top. It's so good. I love this so much that I actually own two, and I'm super frustrated right now because I have the black one and I cannot find it. And I'm hoping it got mixed up with like my family's laundry and I'll just find it later. But I will be devastated if I can't find it because they're not cheap and I live in these things. So this is the navy one. I will stand up just to kind of show you. It's very fitted. I love how they fit across here in the torso, and I have a very short torso, so sorry, I gotta back up a little bit for you. So you can see it kind of rounds out a little bit, but what I love about the cut even is that if I tuck them in, there's not a lot of extra fabric bunching up, and they just fit beautifully underneath anything. So I'm gonna date myself, and I'm gonna say these make like the perfect long johns or thermals, but also I wear this by itself all the time, especially with like a baggier fit pair of pants. I like to wear them monochrome style, maybe with some like navy workout pants or good jeans, and then my black one I do the same thing with. Travel with this thing. I've slept in them. I wear them to death, and these are functional buttons. However, they do currently offer the same top in just a crew neck as well. If you can get this hold tight fabric, I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. It feels good on the skin. It has like really extra long sleeves. They're just amazing. And they currently are running them in, I think, 9 different color options. And what I'm noticing is more like spring shades are coming out. They still have the navy, they still have the black, and I think a dark brown, but they are starting to pop out in like whites and blues, things like that. So if you definitely want some of these, because they are lightweight, but yet they keep you warm, and that's what I love about it. You can get them in just about any shade you need. The next 2 items are in a way kind of similar. They are both pairs of black pants, but I have to give you a little bit of history on why they are favorites this winter. It's because my weight has fluctuated pretty extremely from fall all the way up until now in the new year. I had lost like 15 pounds, and it was not on purpose, late summer last year. And then once everything got regulated again and I started to balance out, what happened was I gained like over 20 pounds. So, you know, I put on 5 pounds or so. And then with a few other things that happened, I've gained a few pounds since. And so why I'm telling you all of this is because even though I'm working towards getting back to what I like to call my baseline weight, I'm not there at all right now. And through all of those fluctuations, both of these pairs of pants rescued me. So, with when that happens, a lot of times your jeans or shorts, everything else, they just don't fit like they used to. And so oddly enough, these Walmart, like what I'm calling slacks, these Walmart trousers really did the job for me. They are like a barrel leg. I will put a little bit of a picture up in just a second, just to show you kind of what they look like when I first bought them. Okay, Scoop, I see you. Look at these pants. These are the wide leg suiting trousers. Let me tell you, I have not put green trousers on in probably forever. Look at the length on these. This is me with a couple, like maybe 1.5, 2-inch heels. Oh, I got my larger size 10. They are $28. What I love for pear-shaped girlies is they have the littlest bit of like a fake pleat, but nothing overwhelming. And it's so good for my short torso. Love these pants. But amazingly, they just have stayed like I can just keep wearing them. I don't know how it's happening, but it is. And because they're lightweight, I can wear them on mild days, but yet I can also like put nylons or something underneath them if I need to, line them if it's a really cold day or whatnot. But they just are great. And I can also wear them because they're wide leg. I wear them actually with like my tennis shoes and things too. And I kind of do that streetwear vibe. Now, what I will say is they're only $28. They are still available. However, if you can see right here, there's a brown pair and a green pair. That's how much I loved them. I bought the 3 pair that were available last fall. And what I looked online recently, the black is still available in almost every size, but these two were very limited in sizing, and they may almost be sold out. But what they're doing is bringing in spring colors. They're bringing in like a crazy, like kind of blue, white, cream. I don't know if you can see through those or not. And I don't plan on buying the lighter shades of these trousers. I like a darker pair, especially when they're a thinner weight material. I really worry about seeing through them, but I will be curious to see, if they're in store, I might try them on later. But the black ones for sure have been absolutely phenomenal. And then the second pair is also a pair of black pants, but I love them for a very different reason. And I just did a Spanx video, so I'm not going to like harp on these too long, but these are like my longest running pair of Spanx pants. I always get a large in them, and these are currently called, I believe, the Perfect Fit flare pants, and they are $149. Now, the reason why I love these, and again, I'll put a video right after for you too, just to see, or at least a little picture, is that because these kind of hold everything in, but then they also stretch and form to fit your body. They fit me when I was weighing, 20 something pounds less than I am now, but yet they still fit me today. And that is so valuable because it's been hard, and these have just really been my go-to for a lot of things. And I dress these up and down as well. And these are actually the one pair of pants that I travel with constantly. I take them to almost everywhere that I go because I can dress them up or down, and they're so comfortable and flexible that I can wear them all day long without any issues. So yes, they're on the pricier side at $150-ish. But I mean, I've had these for a couple of years now. The color has not faded. They stay the same. They wash and wear amazingly. I don't even really have to iron or steam them. They're phenomenal. Next 2 items I lumped into fashion, and you're going to see why. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about, and then I'll show you how it's used, if just in case you're unfamiliar, is this. And I know it's really kind of an odd thing to talk about, but when it comes to fashion, but then it also comes to things like mobility or just, constricting shoes and clothing, you really want all the tools in your toolbox. I mean, why not, right? So we've all been there. We all have some really crazy form-fitting boots, and we cannot get them off properly. So half the time we're like asking family members to come and like yank our boots off. And I will say This boot remover works for like both my types of boots. I do have a pair of cowboy boots, which I'll do in the little video, but I also have like zip up, kind of like side zip, really tall, you know, heeled boots. And if I hook them on here right, I can get them off pretty easily too. So this isn't just a cowboy thing, even though it's Ariat. This really helps you take a lot of different types of shoes off, and it's money so well spent. I kept the tag on it on purpose. It's $20 and it's very solid wood, really sturdy construction, and it has this kind of like suede going on right here so that you don't hurt a lot of your shoes. But again, you know, make sure that your shoes are not, you know, just really too delicate for this, but because these are intended for cowboy boots. But I've used them, like I said, for my heeled suede boots, and I haven't had a major issue at all. So I'll just show a video real quick and show you why they're so amazing. The next thing is a shoehorn. Can you believe it? But look at this shoehorn. It's so long, it's so useful. And again, both of these are so great if you're having mobility issues, especially if you're just not used to having those kinds of things and you don't really have the accommodations, but you're really struggling, maybe even just for a season, to get bent over for shoes to get on and off. Or if you're one of those people that maybe deals with like a sore back or herniated disc, or, you know, just struggling to lean over for any reason, it's amazing what these two things can do for you. So this one, like I said, is just a shoehorn. I actually found it on clearance at, I believe it was Nordstrom Rack for like $6. So you can find them, you know, I'll try to link whatever I can below. Has just like a really easy little handle. You hold onto it, and then I'll just show you video too. Now, home stuff. I'm not going to show you like the full thing, but I think I have a picture that I can pop up too in a few minutes. But basically, it's this bedding set. Let me just grab a pillow and show you. So the real reason I didn't want to get too close is because I have pets. And I have a cat that refuses to listen to me because they all are like that. So you may see a little bit of pet hair. But close up, I wanted you to see the detail on this. So I got a king size bedding set, and it came with 2 pillow shams and a quilt, but they're basically constructed the same, so I can just show you this and it'll be fine. So the whole top half is this amazing velvet. I got it in this beautiful green, and they're currently on sale right now. So the king size is about $174. They only come in king and queen, and the queen is somewhere, I think, around 150 or 160. But they also come in the like richest, most beautiful purple shades. So if you're into purple, I would look at this. So it's just amazing. Like, I love the texture on that, the stitching. It's 2 different types of like kind of stitching. This is more like an inlay kind of pattern, but then there is open stitching here that you can actually see as well. But I am in love with this. And then the back side, again, it's, please don't judge me. The back side is more of a like cotton feel, and that's the exact same way that the quilt is too. And it is really like a heavier weight quilt. It just lays on you well. So if you kind of are into the weighted blanket situation, you might like this quilt. But they're just beautiful, and I just had to share because I don't often buy bedding, but I got it at Nordstrom. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, and it's on sale right now. So how could I not share that with you? The last home category thing before I get into my one food item is this. This is a devotional called Walking in Grace, and it's 366 devotions, and it is by Daylene Reyburn. I've actually had this for several years. I'm kind of one of those that recycles my devotionals. I don't go out and buy a brand new one every year because I guess sometimes it pays to have a memory like Dory. So basically, I have about 3 devotionals, and I just cycle through them, and I'm like, ooh, this is good. It's just brand new to me, like every 3rd year. So, you know, at least it saves me a little bit of money. Full price, this says $16.99, and I believe I looked on Amazon, and it still is right around that price tag. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, $16. So even today, it's still about the same price. It hasn't really gone up. I love this, and they are dated. They do have like the actual little date right here. But I don't find that problematic. I actually love that. But what I do is, if even if it's the middle of March and I get this for let's just say May, right? Is it May? And I get this for Mother's Day. I'm not going to wait until January the next year to start it if I don't have a devotional. You just flip to whatever the date is and start from there. And then if you want to mark it and then, just continue through the next year till you finish it, it's great. And I think that they just work perfectly. This one has held up so well. Like I said, it is, I don't know how many years old at this point. And the only problem I'm starting to see is a little bit of wearing on the binding right here. Now this is I would say I don't know, it's a little bit more of a paperback, but much thicker than that. So it's really, to me, this one in particular that I got feels kind of higher quality. And it was just a beautiful gift that I received, and I just keep using it over and over again. And I just currently pulled this out for January, so I wanted to share it with you all. The last thing I wanted to mention is a Trader Joe's item. It is the artichoke jalapeno dip. Now I have to say, this does not claim to be gluten-free, and it's definitely not dairy-free. So please, if you have any form of allergies, make sure that you look at that before you go out and try to purchase this. Again, it is Trader Joe's, so you would have to go in store to make that purchase. It's not something that I can link, but this is so good. You can put it on bread, chips, veggies, you name it. You can eat it cold. I have actually kind of heated it up a little bit before and kind of spread it on top of my chicken breast. And I think that tastes delicious. It's just good. Our family loves it. This is probably the third tub we're on just in the last month and a half, 2 months. So that tells me that it's really a good item. We haven't gotten sick of it yet, and I'm just excited to pop this one open too. All right, that does it for my December and January favorites. I hope that you found some fun things that you might want to try, and make sure again that you let me know in the comments below, how did the sound to you? How was the volume and all of that? I really do appreciate your feedback. And then let me know if you have tried any of these items that I have talked about and how you're feeling about them. I'd love to know. All right, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe before you go. And until next time, I'll see you soon.